Be a peaceful force of love and compassion. December 26, 2013. There have been many situations suddenly arise in your day-to-day activities where you felt it was justifiable to blame another, both on a joint and personal level, and the energy that is dispersed during the act of casting blame is neither conductive or productive of creating any other effect other than pulling you deeper into the realm of despair and dismay. Understand, beautiful bright hearts, blame works for your ego. Your ego will compel you to blame others in order to protect you from feeling helpless. Blame often comes through during certain conditions that create frustration that leave you feeling you are lacking something, being deprived of something, instead of permitting you to feel the grief or sorrow that would lead you to healing yourself. Blame creates a dynamic part of your feeling, a sense or feeling that you are able to do something about upsetting situations through the assistance of another dear soul by passing off your responsibility to them. Whenever you engage with blame, you believe you are taking a progressive active step towards requesting justice and that the ones you are passing blame to will turn out to be different. During any difficult situation, beautiful bright hearts, it is important to separate your desire, the part of you that feels it is the circumstances you have experienced that created your pain, suffering or discomfort to be different, and your energy that creates the anger that in turn creates the blame that you bring into the situation. For the energy you use to create the blame from your anger and frustration, you end up not seeing clearly. Therefore, the bigger picture of how to work with the situation at hand becomes a challenge, because you allowed it to grow out of proportion through your need to blame. If you are able to redirect your energy from the need to cast blame to seeing what changes you can make within yourself, you might then, dear ones, begin to clearly see how to rectify and come through the difficult situation with greater ease. Anytime you are presented with a life opportunity within a situation that causes anger enough to pass blame for what you are feeling, you are given a chance to discover within yourself your own willingness to trust and to connect with the positive side of life instead of the negative. When you are willing to take your own pain and despair, instead of sending it back into the world where more pain will be felt by others, you are holding your own discomfort and instead sending helpful healing energy back into the world. When you think your pain is too much for yourself to carry alone, you may feel it too severe to deal with. Instead of blaming others, you are encouraged to pray for enlightenment, for God's healing light and love to fill your entire being, illuminating a path that will lead you out of your dark predicament. God's light will show you, beautiful bright hearts, what you need to hold on to, giving you the inner knowing that with the expansion of your heart it is possible, and He will help you. This is a challenge, one that is personal and deeply spiritual, as it requires you to sacrifice the pain you are feeling in order to discover a certain amount of enlargement within yourself that will enable you to carry your pain without creating more for others to feel. You do this, dear ones, not because you wish to suffer further, but because you recognize that you are an important part of all life, not just with your own self alone and feeling separated. When your beautiful heart expands in order to enlarge its volume to hold your feeling of loss and despair, you are providing a great benefit for the entire world, and it has transmutative effects to your feeling of frustration and blame. The love that resides in your heart that is expanding dissolves your need for negative feelings and actions, and instead provides you with the capability of living freely and in peace within any circumstance that life may bring you. This kind of positive action and change of your thinking and reactions will not create inaction, as many dear souls would at first believe. Instead, the new changes you have adopted will reflect a determination of being a force of love and compassion for the entire world, and where the energy of your feelings that come from your expanded heart will benefit others for the greater good of humanity. The reason for changing how you react to difficult situations gives you insight on how ineffective your need to pass blame out of anger took away your precious energy and focus. Your new and positive way of dealing with your frustrations, anger or pain that was a result of a situation with another dear soul will contribute to your ability to move forward in your life in fast and direct ways, where your decision-making and planning abilities bring you back into being in the present that feels comfortable and peaceful. What is often hidden, beautiful bright hearts, from your waking awareness, but is still very much active, are your negative energies that you tend to hold within yourself, and the reasons why you cannot reach your own sense of peace and calm. You have had moments, dear ones, where you can feel them through explosive anger or another disturbing emotion or feeling that suddenly bursts. Yet at other moments these hidden negative energies function as a festering sore that is just below the surface of your perception window, and this is harder to heal because they were left ignored for a very long time. In order to find peace, dear beautiful bright hearts, you first must realize that peace rests within your freedom to select which emotional waves you will allow to live within your emotional mind and which ones you are willing to let go. The dear souls that strive for peace must also strive to let go of the need to want anything that would create a conflict with this. Your precious minds may not realize, but your heart always knows the right way, and it is the way of the heart that we encourage you to take. In order to create peace within your precious hearts, you are required to let go any animosity, anger or any other negative feeling or emotion that may be lingering, and create a life that is blame-free and peace-giving. When your heart is ready and you are ready, then your precious soul will discover a way to instruct you with the necessary lessons of peace that your dear busy minds will acquire and to make room for. May each beautiful bright heart, the dear souls that are striving for peace in the whole world, discover that this knowledge is already within them, just waiting to be discovered and shared. And so it is. I am Ascended Master, Lady Nada through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com